So we're going to go over a word problem here with consecutive numbers. So in this, it's going to be a rational equation. But so what it says here is sum the reciprocal of two consecutive integers that equals uh, 11 over 30. So reciprocal is to just say that it's 1 over whatever it was. So if the number is 3, um, I'm going to add 1 over 3. So I'm going to say let there be a number a. I'm going to add the consecutive, so this is going to be a new number b, and that's going to equal 11 over 30. So two different numbers, but I know, so I'm going to I'm going to say a equals x, and because b is consecutive, it's going to be b equals x plus 1. And these are the conditions that we have from the word problem to set up the rational equation. So now that equals 1 over x. I've just substituted a with x. So it can be any integer plus 1 over x plus 1, because it's 1 greater than whatever a is, and that equals 11 over 30. So now we want to find our LCD, and that is just x plus 1, and 30. So it's 30x, x plus 1. So now each term has to be multiplied, numerator and denominator, by the terms that's missing of the LCD. So in this case, this 1 over x has to be multiplied by 30x plus 1. This has to be multiplied by 30x, and this has to be multiplied by x times x plus 1. So I'm going to multiply and add that all in. So now what I have is 30x plus 1 all over the LCD. I'm just writing that because it's a little easier than writing out all this. So now this one is missing 30x, and that's over the LCD. And now this is 11 times x plus 1 times x all over the LCD. So now we can group these terms, and I can move this term to the other side of the equality sign and solve for them as well. So I'm just going to do this. I'm going to distribute that. I'm going to distribute this as well, and I'm going to move it over. So what I end up with is 30x plus 30 plus 30x, and this is all over the lowest common denominator still, so I can group the numerator because it's the same LCD, and I have minus this term, which is 11x squared minus plus, sorry, 11x, and that's over the LCD, and that equals 0 because I took this term over. So now, because this is still the same LCD, I can group the numerator again. So now what I have is negative 11x squared. I have minus 11x, but that's plus 60x, so that's plus 49x. And then I have plus 30. And that's all over the lowest common denominator, but I'm going to write it out now, which is 30x, x plus 1, and that equals 0. So if we're looking at this, I would say that the best solution is to actually use the quadratic formula, which is x equals negative b plus minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. So we're going to just substitute that in. So x equals, in this case, negative 49 plus minus the square root of 49 squared minus 4ac, which is then positive because there's an 11 there, so 4 times 11 times 30, and that is over 2a, and a is negative, so that's negative 22. Okay, so now we're going to multiply this. I'm just going to grab a graphing calculator here. So I have 49 times 49 plus 4 times 11 times 30. So what I get is x equals negative 49 plus minus the square root of 3721 all over negative 22. And the square root is 61. So now I have minus 49 plus minus 61 over negative 22. Okay, so we have to find our two possible roots, so I'm just going to do that. So this is 49. So one of them is x equals 5. So that's negative 49 minus 61 is a negative 110. Negative 110 divided by negative 21 is 5. And the other one is minus 6 over 11. Okay, so these are our two roots or two solutions. But if we go back to the very beginning of the question, it said integers. And this is not an integer, so x has to equal 5. Okay, so now we just say if that's true, then a equals 5 and b equals 6 because a equaled x and b equaled x plus 1. Now we check this, which is 1 over a, so 1 over 5 plus 1 over b, which was 6, equals 11 over 30. Now I have to find the common denominator here, the LCD, so this is just 30, and that would be 6 over 30 plus 5 over 30 equals 11 over 30, and that is just 6 plus 5 is 11. So yeah, it works. So x is 5.